The Central Election Commission registered 7 candidates, including Nur-Sultan Party's candidate Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, candidate representing the Ulidala Kerandari's Republican movement Sadibek Tugel, and Mengeldi Taspikhov, representing Kazakhstan's Federation of Trade Unions Aktobe Party's candidate Daniya Yesbayeva, Tolutai Rakhimbekov, representing the Aul Party, Communist People's Party of Kazakhstan candidate Jambil Ahmedbekov, and Amirjan Kosanov, representing the Old Daghdiri National Patriotic Movement. The candidates should be able to establish a dialogue and communicate with various people because the Kazakh society is diverse. 67 international observers have been accredited for the presidential elections this year. They are representatives of the Commonwealth of Independent States, the Inter-Parliamentary Assembly of the CIS, as well as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. In total, the registration of observers will last until June 3rd. Today at the meeting, we reviewed the statement that accredited 22 observers of the OSCE ODIHR. You have witnessed that members of the CEC supported this statement of the Kazakh Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The presidential campaign will end on June 8th, one day before the presidential election. During this day, no campaign activities are allowed as it is announced as the Electoral Silence Day. The presidential election in Kazakhstan is scheduled for June 9th. Global leaders and international experts will gather again at the international expert event, the Astana Economic Forum. The main event of the year will take place in Nur-Sultan on May 16th to May 17th. This year, the topic of the forum is Inspiring Growth, People, Cities, Economies. Experts will discuss the new ways of reaching the sustainable growth as well as the human capital development and strengthening the potential of cities as international centers of knowledge and innovation. In total, nearly 50 sessions are scheduled. Approximately 5,000 people will take part in the forum. This year, we focus on the content of the forum. Traditionally, the world experts will give recommendations. Moreover, the Economic Research Institute will launch a survey which is aimed at an extensive and in-depth study of Kazakhstan's development. There will be unique sessions such as the session by Invest Forum. Major investors from the United States, China, and the European countries will be invited. Perhaps there will be a major contract signing. In the future, this will increase the investment attractiveness of Kazakhstan. The Astana Economic Forum will conclude with advice and ideas that will be given by Nobel laureates and leading economists on improving the economic and social policy of Kazakhstan. Over the past years, their recommendations have influenced the formation of the World Economic Agenda. For example, these recommendations were taken into account when making anti-crisis decisions at the G8 and G20 platforms, as well as the United Nations Economic and Social Council. In 2012, the recommendations from the AEF were presented at the plenary session of the UN General Assembly. Kazakhstan and China launched a joint production of dried camel milk in the Turkestan region. 100 tons of the milk is produced every day. The enterprise is the largest dried camel milk producer in the world. 95% of our powdered milk products will be exported to China. The country is a very promising market. Today, there is a great demand for high-quality camel milk in China. The camel milk has been particularly known for its healing properties. It is believed that the camel milk boosts the immune system and helps to deal diabetes. Today, the interest in this product is growing worldwide. Cooperation in the production of dried milk product between China and Kazakhstan was the result of one of the 55 agreements signed as part of the Belt and Road Initiative. We control the quality very strictly. As soon as milk arrives at the plant, we take a sample and study various indicators, specifically the percentage of protein and fat, acidity, and etc. The milk is accepted only if it meets all standards. China has also expressed interest in dried mare's milk. Kazakh businessman Kadirbek Mirambekov is one of the exporters of the product. He keeps more than 2,000 mares in his household.
Предусмотрена по технологии пятиразовая
The
дойка.
technique of milking 5 times a day every 3 hours. We start our work at 8 a.m. and finish at 7:30 p.m.
И где-то половина восьмого заканчиваем.
The entrepreneur started working on production of powdered mare's milk 4 years ago. He built the enterprise based on German technology. All the equipment and metal structures are of European quality.
По этой трубе поступает оттуда молоко.
Milk is poured through this pipe. Then it passed through these coolers with temperature of 36 Celsius degrees below zero, like the optimal temperature of a mare. These coolers are adjusted between 3 and 4 Celsius degrees above zero. The moisture from the milk is removed. 1 kilogram of milk powder is obtained from 10 liters of milk.
Здесь предварительно убирается влага из молока.
The powder retains the unique qualities of saumal, the fresh mare's milk. The milk helps to cure stomach aches as well as liver and respiratory diseases. The factory produces up to 40 tons of milk powder. The entrepreneur set a new challenge for himself after signing a contract last year with China for the supply of 100 tons of powder per year. Kadirbek Mirambekov plans to expand the market and increase the production volume. A key priority for the economic development of Kazakhstan is the continuous support for domestic entrepreneurs. Exhibitions are organized regularly for local manufacturers to promote small and medium-sized businesses. The events serve as a good opportunity to present local products and also conclude mutually beneficial agreements during the event. At an exhibition held recently in Nur-Sultan, meetings between local entrepreneurs and foreign business delegations from Azerbaijan, South Korea, Malaysia, Poland, Turkey and Uzbekistan were organized. We are signing an agreement with the Azerbaijani Agency for the development of small and medium-sized enterprises. We have the same memorandum with the Uzbek Agency for the enterprise development, including the roadmap. These are not just documents that declare cooperation. This is a clear step-by-step roadmap of how we will cooperate, how we will share information, how entrepreneurs of our countries will work together to establish contacts of export and import. This is also simply the exchange of experience. Kazakhstan plans to allocate nearly 600 billion tenge this year for preferential loans to the branches of the Economy of Simple Things program. The main objective of the program is to create different industries that meet the needs of the population as well as a replacement of imported goods. Local entrepreneurs today receive not only financial support.
Моя одежда – это современная несибельная одежда.
My collection is modern clothes with elements of national style. We sew casual clothes as well. We also take individual orders. We receive support under the roadmap program as well as training seminars on doing business.
Там дорожные карты, программа и еще обучающие семинары по бизнесу именно.
Мы являемся производителями замороженных полуфабрикатов, экспортируем наши полуфабрикаты Kazakhstan.
We are producers of frozen foods. We export our semi-finished products from Kazakhstan to the Russian Federation, specifically to Moscow, Omsk, Tomsk and Novosibirsk. We also plan to export to a number of cities in Siberia. With the support of the fund, we received more than 1.5 million tenge of financial support. We renewed our fleet, increased our production capacity and updated our equipment.
Увеличили производственную мощность, обновили наше оборудование производства.
According to analysts, Kazakhstan-made products are of high quality and therefore are very competitive in international markets. Tajikistan and the Asian Development Bank discuss joint implementation of infrastructure projects in a number of areas. The areas of discussion include road construction, tourism industry development, as well as support to private sector and energy projects. They also discuss about developing a new ADB partnership strategy with Tajikistan until 2025. In the first quarter of this year, Uzbekistan became the top gold seller in the world. From January to March, the country sold over 6 tons of the precious metal. Mongolia ranked the second spot and exported almost 3.5 tons of gold. Tajikistan was placed third and sold 1 ton of gold. In April, the Central Bank of Uzbekistan announced that it plans to export 80 tons of gold to foreign countries by 2019, which is 10 tons higher than previous year. Kyrgyzstan has expressed interest in the development of transport and transit corridors with Iran. The project will create favorable conditions for the transit of goods through the territory of Iran, as well as the expansion of trade with Middle East countries. Representatives of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the two countries talked about the potential project at a meeting in Tehran. They also discussed prospects of further expanding the cooperation in politics, trade, economy, research, technologies, and culture. German investors plan to invest over $4 billion to develop the tourism sector in Uzbekistan. The German entrepreneurs will participate in the implementation of Ethnopark and the construction of premier hotels in the capital of Uzbekistan. In addition, foreign direct investments will be attracted into Tashkent, Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva in order to construct new shopping malls, business, cultural, and entertainment centers.
Kyrgyz people take pride in their culture. Multiple events take place in the country every year, aimed to preserve and promote the local culture. Kyrgyzstan's well-known scientists, writers, honored citizens, and artists have held a roundtable meeting to discuss the ways to revive the folk traditions. The event participants particularly focused on the cultural and historical heritage of building family relations, respectful attitude towards the elders, as well as the moral upbringing of the young people by promoting cultural and spiritual values. The meeting participants believe that the young people bear the primary responsibility for the preservation of centuries-old heritage of the Kyrgyz people. Customs and traditions help people to cope with various challenges and ensure order from birth to death. It was part of the nomadic life. These values are very important for the young generation, and we should always keep them in mind.
Идущее из древности у кыргызов нравственное начало.
The Kyrgyz people's ancient traditional values incorporate moral upbringing, respect for each other and the elders in particular. These are our ancient values which we want to instill in the young people since their early age.
Оно должно идти еще почти, как говорится, с пеленок.
The 7th Symposium of Traditional Sports Supporters was held in Aktobe region. Tourists, hunters and fishers gathered at the event, which aims to revive traditions and develop domestic tourism. Symposium participant Isatai Japarbergenov has been promoting the Kazakh culture and reviving the forgotten pages of the Kazakh people's history for several years. At the moment, Isatai cannot imagine his life without bow and arrow. He believes that accurate determination of the target and taking concrete actions are the main qualities of a real Kazakh man. Archery is ancient sport preserved by our ancestors. There are many forgotten elements, but we need to adhere to our traditions. I am pleased that more young people are interested in traditional sports. More than 100 people took part in the traditional event this year. The athletes competed in different types of sports, including sheep lifting, archery, and baye, which is an ancient horse race. Participants demonstrated their skills and exchanged experience. We are the nomads, therefore we are very close to horses. Many hunts in the Kazakh culture involve horseback riding because we often go to remote areas, particularly as part of the mountain hunting.
Цель симпозиума – это знакомство, обмен опытами участников ТОР.
The symposium is aimed to learn more about our traditional sports and exchange experience. We choose this topic as we host horse races, which will be followed by Tazı dog races. We will also conduct archery competitions. We want to develop tourism and traditional sports.
Национальные виды, естественно, спорта и традиции наши.
The area of Orkash in Aktobe region, where the 7th Symposium of Traditional Sports Supporters was held, is known for its outstanding nature and diverse flora and fauna. Kazakh film Ayka, directed by Sergei Dvortsevoy, was released in Belgium. The premiere in Brussels was attended by Samal Yeslamova, the winner of the Best Actress Award of the 71st Cannes Film Festival.
то, что я получила приз, это приятно.
The fact that I won the award is pleasing. It is recognition of the work that I did, but it was not my goal. The ultimate target is to complete my work well in the first place, and my work is all about art and hard work.
Это труд, это служение искусству.
The film was premiered in Kyrgyz and Russian languages with subtitles in French and Dutch. The audience was captivated by the film's plot. After the closing credits, viewers kept silence for some time as they were still processing the events and burst into applause.
Pour moi, c'est tout d'abord une découverte.
This film is a discovery for me. It is shocking and depicts a personal drama through the characters' emotions. It transcends borders, cultures, and times. The main character demonstrates her emotions with very few words. We empathize with the situation and felt her pain.
Et on est en même temps impuissant face.
Все, что мы увидели с экрана, я, мои подруги, мне кажется, мы все почувствовали одно и то же. Мы это почувствовали и поняли своим телом.
I believe that my friends and I had the same feelings after watching this film. We sensed and understood everything from within. The topic of migrants or the people who arrive to a foreign country without any support or background is familiar to every one of us. It is a very urgent topic today. I would like to bow down to the girl who nonetheless withstands all the challenges that she experienced.
Кланяться в пол и этой девушке, которая, несмотря ни на что, выстаивает.
The drama Ayka was released in Belgium and other countries. Previously, the film was premiered in Kazakhstan, Russia, Germany, and Poland. Art admirers in the capital of Kazakhstan have a chance to learn more about young artists at an exhibition which opened in the city for the first time. The event was held as part of a 2-month training that was organized for young artists by Aygul Ibrayeva and Aygirim Majid Khan. A well-known instructor, Vitaly Simakov, held a workshop for the artists at a special invitation by the curators. After the completion of the training, the young artists turned their fantasies into installations. The exposition features 21 works created by designers in various genres, such as performance, art images, graphics, paintings, installation, and sculpture. The artists are between 16 and 18.
Балаларға айттық, сендер өздеріне шектеу қоймаңдар. Қай бағытта сендерді не толғандырады, сонда жұмыс.
We let the young people know that they should not limit themselves. They were free to create in any genre and express ideas that bothered them. They brought a lot of works and we looked through them. Despite the young age and the fact that they are college students, we realized that they are concerned with a lot of developments. They experience various events in their lives. When we thought about the exhibition title, we were particularly impressed by this work, which depicts a butterfly. Therefore, I proposed to name the event as Crazy Butterfly.
Сол жасалды, сосын кейін ойластырған кезде мен жынды көбелек деп ұсындым. Менің алғашқы жұмыс сөзсіз деп аталады.
I named my first work Wordless. If you put a psychological pressure on a person, he will become reserved and he will not be able to let out the emotions that bother him, just like a cooking pot with a closed lid. This is the meaning behind my work.
Ашылмай қалады. Сол себепті де осылай жасадым.
Kazakh capital is hosting the 5th competition of young pianists. The event is being held as part of the International Astana Piano Passion Classical Music Festival. The event is curated by outstanding pianist Denis Matsuev. This year, 114 musicians submitted their applications, including 1/3 of submissions from Russia and 20 from Kazakhstan. Other applicants include musicians from China, Australia, Belarus, Georgia, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, Canada, South Korea, Mongolia, the United States, and other countries. According to the competition terms, all participants have to perform works of Kazakh composers. Moreover, as part of the event, teachers of the world's best piano schools will give master classes.
Она знает во всем мире.
We are well known all over the world. There is a huge boom around it. We are organizing the 5th contest. This time, 114 applications come from 20 countries. Believe me, this is a big-scale event which can be compared with the Tchaikovsky competition, which starts next month, where I, your humble servant, will be a chairperson of the jury and will assess the works of the pianists. It is a great honor for me. I can say that many laureates of the competition will be represented at the Tchaikovsky competition.